And this is Fo-Sung Elizabeth Cookye, CEO and Mistress Secretary of Goddesses Incorporated, and the ultimate anime mascot covering all things from women from the Bishoujo Series universe, women of fighting video games, and of course, like I always say, women from Japanese animation. So I'm going into my next episode because, as you know, I can only log up to 10 minutes of recording video on YouTube. And this episode is basically about Bishoujo Series Sailor Moon. Now this is a special request from a friend back in New York. You know, I dedicate this to Ellie Winters and everyone who's into the Sailor Moon phenomenon at one time, who actually woke up early in the morning, especially on the East Coast, around 6 o'clock to 6:30 to really dedicate themselves to watch Sailor Moon, which came on after Dragon Ball Z. Now, when I first was introduced to Sailor Moon, I didn't really know what it was, and I really didn't know it was Japanese animation. And at the time, I was in grade school. I was in the last parts of my elementary school career, and a friend told me, well, you need to wake up in the morning and see this show because you're going to love it. And at that time, I was into my Mortal Kombat phenomenon. So I was going to school, and I was going to arts class making paper fans, thinking I was Katana and trying to slash people and do the kiss of death. So when I woke up in the morning to see Sailor Moon for the first time, it was a break away from the normal video games and the regular cartoons that I was used to seeing anyway. I was introduced in 1995, which began my entire anime career in the world of just being a historian and going on and doing research. I had no clue that Sailor Moon was such a beloved series in Japan, and that when they brought it over to America, they had changed so much, altered so much, changed the names, took out the music to such a degree that when you really look at the original Sailor Moon from Japan, you just want to sit down and fall to your knees and just cry, because a lot of the deepness that was in Sailor Moon was actually taken out in exchange for a lot of the copyright laws and a lot of the censorship laws here in the United States of America. As I started to understand more about Sailor Moon, I started out reading the comics, which was, if I was right, released by, I think it's Winx, W-I-N-X. I can't remember the name, but if I'm mentioning the company name wrong to the comic books, I'm sorry for all of you out there. I'm so sorry. But I do remember I went to Barnes & Nobles and I sat down and I read the first series of the comic manga of Sailor Moon, and how actually the attack on the Moon Kingdom showed where Darien died in battle, and from Usagi, aka Serena in America, seeing this, she takes the sword of the moon and she kills herself, which is not even depicted at all in the Sailor Moon series. You know, I quote the words from my friend Devin Sewell back home in New York, that an interview with Nako Takeuchi, which took me a while to find that. I did find that interview, that really, had she been fully in control of the Sailor Moon animation series, that she really would have done things a lot differently. And the animation really wasn't made in Nako Takeuchi's vision. It was made in the producer's vision. I can't think of his name, so I'm not going to try and even mention it. For a while in America, none of us people who was watching Sailor Moon even knew that there was a Sailor Neptune, Saturn, Pluto, and Uranus. In fact, we didn't even know that they were called Sailor Soldiers. However, they changed the format and called them Sailor Scouts here in America. I was so doped up on watching Sailor Moon, the American version, and having both the soundtracks. The first one that was created here, the song from the hit TV series released by Rhino Records, and the second one called Luna Rock, that I really had to start over with Sailor Moon. I had gotten to the point where after a particular episode back in the late 90s called Sibling Rivalry, which was the last episode with the four sisters, the last two sisters, Avery and Prisma, aka Calaveras and Pets in Japanese, both got healed by Sailor Moon, that after that, the episodes to come after that were all shown on cable, but then were taken off because of the fight between Deke Entertainment and Pioneer and the network and Channel 11, that they called them the lost episodes later and then released them on Cartoon Network. It was just ridiculously stupid. So during that time, I was able to actually do my research and actually get my hands on the original Sailor Moon Japanese animation, the real videos, and actually sit down and watch the Dark Kingdom saga. There was really no such thing as a Negaverse. It was called the Dark Kingdom. You know, the four Black Moon sisters of Nemesis, and the later part of Sailor Moon R. The way they changed Sailor Moon Super S here in America, because we all knew Fish Eye was gay, but they changed that. You know, Uranus and Neptune were both lesbian lovers, but they changed them to cousins in America. They had changed so much of this series that, should they ever try to redo the series of Sailor Moon, I suggest that they really just start from the ground up, get really good voice actors, and don't be afraid to hide all the stuff that made it beautiful. Anything that has any inclination of homosexuality has always been banned. I don't know why. So for all of us, we already know that Sailor Stars will never make it to America, you know, so I really feel bad for all of the true, real Sailor Moon fans that are bigger than me. See, I'm a big Sailor Moon fan, but honestly, I'm a cutie honey fan. Like, I'm a cutie honey otaku. That is my Bishoujo Series right there. But I do respect Sailor Moon in its right. It took 200 episodes to get their point across that with the power of friendship, you could do anything, which is very true. 200 episodes and 3 movies and tons of musicals. But should they ever try to redo it again in America here, they would have to start over from the beginning and really don't hide and put in all the episodes. They took out a lot of episodes. They spliced episodes together. They took out a lot of unnecessary shit, you know. The changing of the dialogue, the music. What made Sailor Moon was the music. They really took out the music. Oh, God, there's so much music that Sailor Moon had. It's just unbelievable. They have at least well over 100 soundtracks, and that's just give or take, you know. All in all. In fact, if you go on cdjapan.co.jp, they're actually re-releasing all the original albums all over again, since Sailor Moon is now being re-released on Blu-ray box sets. Say Cookie!